Hi, I'm Richard Léveillé. I'm an adjunct professor in Earth and Planetary Sciences at McGill University in Montreal, and also a professor of geology at John Abbott College. Currently, I'm a co-investigator with the SuperCam instrument on the Persévérance rover, which is currently active on Mars, investigating Martian geology and searching for evidence of past life on Mars. This mission is really looking for what we call signs of life or biosignatures. The Perseverance rover is actually going to drill little pieces of rock, little what we call rock cores, sort of cylinders of rock, and it's going to collect those, put them in a sample container, and eventually drop off the sample container. And in a future mission, or a couple of missions, we will actually go collect that sample container and bring those samples back to Earth. So then the next questions become, is this life similar to life on Earth? Is it based on RNA and DNA and all those biochemicals that are shared amongst life on Earth? And if that's the case, well then the question is why? How is this life on another planet similar to life on Earth? What happened? And then we can study the similarities and differences of that life and perhaps learn interesting things about biology and evolution. SuperCam is an instrument that is on the top of the mast of the rover, and it shoots a couple of lasers a few meters away from the rover, so it can basically do remote sensing. It can analyze the composition of rocks and soils around the rover within a few meters. So that's a very effective tool. We can sort of, as we drive to a new location, we get images of the surroundings of the rover, and then we have to decide, okay, we want to see if we're seeing new rocks or there's similar rocks to what we've seen before, and sort of characterize those. And so we'll analyze a certain number of rocks around the rover, and we have to decide which one. Of course, Mars, the rocks are very much exposed. There's no snow, there's no vegetation. There's plenty of rocks to choose from. So we have to make a choice, as a team, and which targets we're going to analyze on a given day. We interact now during the mission, so we have science discussion, and people like Chris Hurd have a particular role with the return samples. So we're discussing planning for that. What are the kinds of samples we need to collect, and for what objectives we're going to meet those. No big parties yet, of course, because it's a strange situation. But yeah, it's nice to have some fellow Canadians involved.